to get underway, and what's this mean to these teams?
Well, we got a lot of nervous guys down there on the field. During the regular season, you think, hey, it's a big deal. Nothing like it when you get the excitement of a wild card game.
And a flag comes out. The Jaguars come out in a dime package. First down at the 20. They're going to run it on the toss. Good yardage picked up on that ball.
If you're running back and you want more carries, do things like this. Read the defense right, read the blocking, and pick up first downs. That's a really good job by the running back.
The Jaguars defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Murray's got on the handoff. Here's a look at the offensive unit that needs to get off to a strong start today. Second down here after that run play.
Hey, how about that? The defensive line, everybody shifting to the left. I think they're expecting a run.
Another handoff right back to him. Tackle's made, and that'll move the chains.
Murray's a great running back to have on your football team, isn't he? He goes up in there and gets the first down. Now your offense has 3 more chances.
First down here after the run. Carr's alone in the backfield. Dropping back now into the shotgun. Got the completion. And he's tackled down at the 36-yard line.
When you play a cover 3 defense, you protect against the deep pass, but the problem is all the underneath stuff is wide open, and the quarterback is taking advantage of that.
It's a 2 tight end formation. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Handoff. Flag is out. The defense accepts the penalty.
Some of the best players on the field are outside linebackers. They can rush the passer. And how about this play this time against the outside run? Shows power, strength, and athletic ability. Gets in there and stops that play for no gain.
Carr set. Empty backfield. First down at the 46. My goodness, what a hit. And the ball falls incomplete. Here's the defense, a unit that works best when it gets to the quarterback. After the incomplete pass, it brings up second down. The Jaguars with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime.
The quarterback, he's changing the play with the wide receiver with those hand signals.
Amari Cooper has the catch.
Well, the quarterback showed off his arm strength that time, didn't he? He put the football right on the money, on a line, right into the receiver's hands.
Coming to the line at the 33. The Raiders need to get to the 26 to get a first down. Carr standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. He reaches up, grabs it.
Jim, they call that a post route. Do you know why? The receiver is running towards the goal post, so they call it a post route. Jim, look at that. The defensive line all shifting down inside. They're expecting to run right up the middle. The Raiders know once they get inside the 20-yard line, you have to be able to run the football also. It can't be pass, pass, pass all the time. The offensive line comes through. Good, solid run that time.
Second down coming up.
The D-line saw something on the offense. Everybody shifting to the left.
Catch made. The Raiders get a first down.
Good job by the offense getting the first down in the red zone. Now it becomes tricky. Can you deceive the defense where you get a chance to get a score?
Stepping up to the line of scrimmage, the 5-yard line. First down here after the completion. Carr's got it in the gun. Almost made the catch, but the collision jarred it loose.
Murray's one of those guys. If he drops a pass or makes a mistake on the field, he doesn't make excuses. He knows no matter what the circumstances are, if you get your hands on the football as a receiver in the NFL, everybody expects you to make the catch.
Murray's going to secure the handoff. They're just grinding away down here, inching closer to the end zone.
Well, that's what you got to do sometimes. It's hard always to think that you're going to come out and just make big plays. You got to do the dirty work, and this offense is doing it right now.
Third and goal to go from the 2. Looking for some daylight up the middle.
I think the big decision is now, Jim, do you kick the football, take the 3 points, or do you go for it on fourth down? To me, you kick the football and get 3 points on the board.
They put up 3 here in the first to take the lead.
It's always good to get those points on the board and get the lead and get the other team chasing you.
Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. The Jaguars take it from the 23. Friars met at the 30.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
Second down and 3 following that nice run. The Raiders sat at the line. Dime package. For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. Allen can't bring it in. That'll probably go as a drop. And the offense here in this one will be looking to put points on the board in bunches. Now looking at third down. Quarters formation here for the defense. And it's swatted away. Late in the first, and that's a big stop on third down to bring up a punt. And now they'll look to extend the lead.
Yeah, good job by the defense, but I'll say this for the offense. You got to show more imagination if you want to have success, especially on third downs.
Going to try his luck here. And he's tackled at the 34-yard line.
Special teams is usually overlooked in football games, but it plays a big part in winning and losing. How about that punt return that time? Good job, good blocks, and a good run.
At the 34, 66 yards from pay dirt.
Good job by the defense, all shifting inside. They're expecting a run up the middle. The quarterback's picked up on something. He's changing the play here.
And Cooper is able to get hold of it. Cooper's tackled down after a gain of 15.
The key to being a really good route runner and running these drag routes across the field is show some courage. Don't worry about what's in front of you. The quarterback will take care of that.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Murray's going to take the handoff now. Darius is the one who made the big stop.
Got to give the defense some credit on first down. There's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
Second and 11. He'll throw it over the middle. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down.
What's the old expression? Just move the chains. That's what they did with that throw and catch that time, Tim. And also gives them a chance for 3 more downs.
First down on the way. Playing press coverage to the outside. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Brown's there to make the tackle.
Murray's a very smart runner. He knows situations in the game. He saw the first down yard markers, and what does he do? He gets past them and picks up the first down.
The Raiders come out in a bunch set. Out of the shotgun formation. Rashad Perriman has the football. Back here in the second quarter, defense ruled the first. And what are we going to see here, you think, in the second quarter, Phil?
Well, I think the first thing they got to do, Jim, is just believe in what they did all week long and preparing for the game. All the practices, all the film sessions, and just know sometimes it takes more than one quarter to get the answer. So stay with the game plan and see if you can find a way to make it work.
Should have had it, but the hit knocked it out.
Murray's really hit hard that time. And I know the football hit his hands, but when a defender times it perfectly like that, with that much power and speed going into that receiver, you are going to let that football go. That's human nature. Really good job by the defensive player.
3rd and 5. Intercepted. The interception could certainly give this team the jolt it needed early in the second quarter, Phil.
And you know what you got to do for your quarterback in a situation like this? Give him a play where you know he's going to get the completion, get his confidence going, and take advantage of that interception.
First down snap, and this is a scary point for them.
Let's go.
Here's the handoff out of the strong eye. And that's good for only a yard or 2.
The defense, when they have you backed up against your own end zone, they're expecting you to run the football. They were ready, and they stopped the team for a short gain.
Second down and 8. Handoff out of the I formation. Backs to the wall on 3rd down. The Jaguars get set at the line, needing to get to the 14 for a first. 3rd down and 11. And after only 3 plays, that incompletion brings us to 4th down. The Jaguars call on the punting unit. He's going to try and return this one. Got a flag. They'll mark him at the 46. It's an illegal block in the back, and they now will be backed up some yardage.
Yes, always remember as a blocker, you need to get your head in front of the defender, and you got to get your front shoulder in front also to make it legal.
The Jaguars lined up in the nickel. First down at the 36. Latavius Murray makes the catch. Murray's met after a gain of 13.
Well, I think we're seeing something we see with so many teams now in the NFL. Running backs who can do it all. This guy can run, block, and he can catch short passes and make long gains after it. Nice job.
First down at the 49. Murray's taken down at the 49. Second and 10. Makes the catch. Brown's in on the tackle.
Jim Nantz, that was the old fly route. When we were kids, that's what they called it. See if you can fly by the defensive back. He did that time. Nice throw and catch.
First down. Offense readying for the snap. That long gain sets them up here on this play. Murray comes down with it. Oakland, touchdown.
Nothing like it for a quarterback, I'll tell you that. I loved it. Throw a little short pass and just root your guy on and watch him score a touchdown. Pretty exciting stuff.
And the extra point is good. The Jaguars are back deep, ready to return the kickoff. From running it out to the 20, mark him down at the 19. The Jaguars offense is back on the field, Phil. Of course, their last drive ended with that very curious decision to go for it on fourth down in their own territory.
Well, I just wonder, what is it with the coach that he just hates the word punt? Because it was an obvious punting situation, and you go for it, so you're going to pay the price for making bad decisions.
Yeah, what were they thinking there?
Yep, we'll never know, and I don't know if I want to know.
Jones set in the pistol.
They're changing things here. The quarterback changing. He's giving the receiver some new instructions.
First and 10. It's intercepted. He's got a wide open alley. Tackle's made. Coming to the line at the 8. Press coverage all the way. The Jaguars defense lined up in a 4-6 formation. First and goal. Murray's handed the football. And gains about 1. Carr set. Empty backfield.
Here we go. Red 18. Red 18. Zebra. 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 Zebra.
They better hurry to get the snap. He'll take the snap from the gun. Marcel Darius with the sack.
How about the defense on that play? They were not fooled. They see the pass coming. They get the penetration. They get to the quarterback quick, and that's a big sack down near the goal line.
Breaking huddle at the 14-yard line. The Raiders lined up, bunch formation. Third and a long way to go. Cooper's going to pull in the bullet pass. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in the first half. The offense back out on the field here for this 4th and short play. And now he'll surge ahead. Runs it across for the score. Touchdown.
The head coach decides he wants to be the aggressor in this situation. On 4th and goal, he goes for it. Nice play call that time.
The Jags are ready to return the kick. He'll have a chance to take off. The Jaguars offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake. The last time they had the ball, the turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake, let it go and go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points. Quarterback likes what he sees out there outside. He's changing the play with the wide receiver.
It's Johnson. That's 2nd down coming up. Now the offense in their hurry up.
Get ready. Let's go.
Back with the sack.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit here. You want to stop the offense from scoring here with under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Good pressure on the quarterback, and they take him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Third down on the way. Jones back in shotgun formation. The pass is off the mark, and that's a 3 and out.
Good job that time by the secondary. They're in good position. They make the play, and it's an incomplete pass by the quarterback.
Looking to make a difference. He's tackled right at the 31. That return's good for about 14. The Raiders offense, Phil, is on a roll right now with touchdowns coming on each of their last 2 possessions. Can they make it 3 in a row right here?
Well, we're going to find out. I like their chances. What have we seen that makes us think that they're not going to come out there and get it done? They're playing exceptional football on the offensive side.
First down at the 31. Going to be a penalty here. Picks up about 2. Second and 8 after the penalty.
Well, the defensive line noticed something. They're all shifting to the left.
Snapping out of the gun. The Raiders now move the chains. And now they'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play. Wasting no time now for this next play.
The defensive line, they're all shifting to the right. I think they're expecting a run.
Fowler's there to make the stop. The Raiders signal for the timeout. And that's the first one they've used. The football sits at the 40.
All right, here we go. Alert, baby, alert.
First and 10. Almost intercepted. Second down following that incompletion. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one.
Look out, they're changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive side.
Carr's going to take it from the gun. Has it right on the sideline, inbounds. The Raiders call a timeout and are left now with only one. breaking huddle at the 30-yard line. Cars all by himself in the backfield for this snap.
All right, here we go. Red 18, baby. Alert, alert.
Out of the shotgun. The defense gets a sack.
Corners down the NFL, they're asked to do so many things. Stop the run, cover guys in zone, cover them in man-to-man coverage. And how about this blitz that time by the corner? Gets to the quarterback and takes him down for the sack.
It's now second down. The Raiders come out with a split backfield.
Red 18.
Quarters formation here for the defense.
Look at that. The defensive line, everybody's shifting to the right.
Murray's taking the handoff. He's tackled right at the 36.
Murray's a dangerous runner when you give him room to run, but there is no room this time. What a job by the defense. They bottle him up for a short gain. Defense is crowding the line of scrimmage. They're trying to confuse the quarterback.
We've reached the intermission, and soon we'll be sending you to Larry Ridley, who's going to break down all the first half highlights as we send it to Orlando in a moment. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. The Raiders defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense. And it's batted down.
Well, when there's man-to-man coverage on the defensive side, and the defense does a job like this where they are covering those receivers, there is nothing a quarterback can do except that, throw another incomplete pass.
Jones is setting up now in the pistol.
Get ready. Let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
Second down and 10. And it's complete to Dwayne Allen. Third down now. The Raiders go with the dime formation here on defense. The Jaguars have it at the 29, running right through the trenches. The Jaguars believe they can pick up the first in this short yardage situation and keep the offense on the field. Up the gut here. There's a flag out. That penalty is, of course, going to be accepted by the defense. They're in punting formation. Fields it cleanly and starts his return. And he's able to get out to the 34-yard line. The Raiders come out to open up the second half, and they were hitting on all cylinders in the first half, Phil.
Yeah, be smart here in the second half, Jim. When you start out, just find out what the defense is thinking, and once you get a feeling about what they're going to do, then you start taking some chances.
At the 34, 66 yards from pay dirt. First down at the 34. Reese is going to receive the toss. This will be second down.
Hold on, baby. Alert. Alert. We ready.
Look at the defensive line shifting all down to the inside. They're pinching. They're expecting a run right up the middle.
Ball is out. Murray's the one who brings him to the ground.
They come to the line of scrimmage at the 29.
First down at the 29. Watkins has got it. First down.
Well, the quarterback has such great confidence in the receiver. And why not? He's talented, and every time the football's thrown his way, he finds a way to make the catch.
No need to huddle. Hurry up offense. First down at the 16. Smith's all over that offense and brings him down.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on first down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
Coming to the line at the 19-yard line.
Jones is going to be in the pistol here.
Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of.
Dwayne Allen makes the grab. On the way, third down. The Raiders will come out in the dime. They'll run it here. In the end, it picks up only a yard.
And as far as the football team up, the defense, third and short, they stop the run, keeps the offense short of the first down, and look at the excitement on the defensive side.
The offense back out on the field here for this fourth and short play. The Raiders defense now is going to go nickel. Pass is intercepted. This defense has had a whale of a day, and it isn't ready to relax quite yet. Do you think the shutout will last for another quarter and a half here, Phil?
I like their chances, boy. Just look the way they're playing, and the closer it gets to the end of the game, Jim, when a defense sees a zero against for the opponents, that just gives them more energy and tougher to score on.
Two tight ends on the field here. Murray's got it on the handoff. And pick up about 4. He's averaging 5 yards per carry on the day. They went with the ground game on first down, bringing up second. Carr's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Makes the catch in open space. That's another reception, giving him 2. First down following the long play. Murray's going to secure the handoff. And that's a gain of 9. He's now over 80 yards rushing on the day.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
Second down. The Jaguars defense packs it in now, going with the 46. Fowler's able to read that play and make the hit.
Carr's got a lot to think of here in a split second. Does he keep the football? Does he pitch it? Does he cut back? Well, there's nothing to do that time. The defense is alert, and they tackle him for a loss of yards. The D-line all talking. I think they're expecting run. That's why they're shifting to their left.
The Raiders get a first down. Finds through contact.
That's an awesome job by the offense picking up this first down here in the second half. They've got a big lead. It's not about scoring anymore. It's just about milking that clock. And that is an art, and this team is good at it.
The line of scrimmage is at the 40.
Double tight end formation. Carr standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Has his target for about 4.
You got to be agile when you make these kind of catches, running these short drag routes across the field. That time we saw the agility of the receiver. Nice catch.
Carr's now completed 4 in a row. 2nd down and 5. Murray's going to take the handoff now. And he's taken down, but not until he picks up the first.
What a good job by the running back that time. He reads the blocks very well, and he picks his way through there and picks up a first down. That's nice.
Now inside the 30 at the 29.
Look what the defensive line is doing. They're all pinching down inside. They're expecting a run. Well, you get a couple first downs on a drive. It just, of course, it makes you feel good about what you're doing. It loosens up the offensive play caller, and there's nothing like dictating to the defense. I love it. Jim, the offensive coordinator's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. They're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
Murray's brought down after picking up 6 on this play.
The Raiders have really been dominant today on the offensive side. In the red zone now, they just take the football and they run it right at the defense and pick up solid yards.
About to snap it for the 9th play of the drive.
We ready?
2nd and 4. Murray's handed the football. We're back, and this game has not been close. This has been a long drive so far.
Here we go. Red 18. Red 18. Zebra.
Now he's going to change the play. Look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
Makes the catch, but didn't get the feet down. Incomplete. Should be what we call a gimme. The kick is through for 3. That field goal should make their job a whole lot easier for the rest of this 4th quarter, Phil.
Yeah, it's kind of like you and I do in the games. Everything I do, I make everything easier for you, Jim.
And he's tackled right at about the 28-yard line. The Jaguars just gave up some big turnover points. Let's see if they can hold on to the football this time, Phil, because we know how crucial it is. We talked to the coaches about it this week. This was their concern with this team.
Well, if you want to stay on the field, you better quit turning it over, right, Jim? That's what the coaches look. You make mistakes on the field, they're going to be forgiving to.
Intercepted. This offense had no choice but to take some chances here in the 4th quarter, but it comes back to bite them again with an interception.
Well, when it's not going well and you start trying to take chances, there is nothing going to go right in that situation. If they get back on the field after this one, Jim, just go out there, run the football, and try to get this game over with.
Great starting field position for the offense.
Look at the defensive line. Everybody's shifting to their left.
Murray's taking the handoff. And he's going to be tackled right around the 31-yard line. He's averaging 5 yards per carry on the day.
They come to the line at the 31-yard line.
The defensive line, they're all talking. They're all shifting to the right.
Zebra. 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 Zebra.
The Raiders snap it at the 31. Then intercepted.
Phil, it might have been the only way they were going to score today. Returned that interception for a touchdown in the 4th quarter.
Well, let's have a little more faith than that, Jim. Let's believe in this offense. I know they do. We talked to them during the week. They thought they were going to come out here and play really well today. That means they had to have some good thoughts. Well, think about those. Go out there and see if you can execute the plays. Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the receivers by giving him hand signals.
Watkins taken down. That's reception number 2 for him.
When you can't hit the quarterback or put pressure on him, There's not much you're going to get done then. That time, quarterback had time and throws it down the field.
Intercepted. Jones's completion percentage, 40% on the day. Early in the fourth, and if there was ever a thought of a miracle comeback, that interception pretty much ended it.
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure they ever thought there's going to be a miracle comeback in this game. It's been bad all day long. I actually feel bad for them throwing that interception because they just can't seem to do anything right on the offensive side.
And it's knocked down.
There's a difference. When you play zone, you drop back and you watch the quarterback and you react to the football. When you're playing man-to-man, all you're worried about is where that receiver goes. You try to shadow him, look for the football, and try to make a play. D-line is shifting inside. They're pinching. I think they're expecting to run up the middle.
And that'll be a gain of about 2. He's averaging about 4 yards a carry.
He didn't get many yards that time on that run, but he's had a terrific day. When there's an opportunity to get some yards, he's been there to take advantage of it.
This is 3rd down. The Raiders will look to get to the 45 to pick up a first down. From the gun. Unable to complete that one, and that's a very quick 3 and out. King is back now. He'll be punting. Watkins got it on the return. That's a gain of 6. The Jaguars on offense after throwing the football to the other team the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, they got to be careful. They got to know who they're going up against. This is a defense that's good and smart. When you put those things together, look out hard to make big plays against this defense.
Jones lined up, no extra blockers for this snap. First down at the 27. Watkins ends up being the target and the receiver. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now 1st and 10. Reaches out and grabs it. And they bring it down at the 38-yard line. Jones got it in the gun. And it's caught by Allen Hurns. And they advance the ball onto the other side of the field. Hurry up, 2-minute offense. That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. Allen's got the catch and the first.
Nice job that time by the tight end. Makes the catch, and you got to look out for him now in the NFL. Remember, they're usually the closest receiver to the quarterback. Quarterback gets in trouble, he's going to look for the tight end.
Jones has now completed 4 in a row. He's drilled as he throws. Failing to complete that one, so 2nd down here. And the reception by Stevie Johnson.
When you get down in the red zone, the offensive coordinator's got to call a play that deceives the defense. Let's see if he can do it. His team is down. He needs a big play here.
Rings it in for the score in the end zone.
Nice throw by the quarterback that time. Put it right on the money. Not a big window. It doesn't matter to him today. Great control of the football. Put it right in there for the touchdown.
The Jaguars will line up here for the onside kick. And as hard as they try, they fail to recover the onside kick. The Raiders offense failed to muster a single first down the last time they had it. Let's see if their offense this time can create a few sparks.
Well, you know the coaches were upset at them when they went to the sideline, so the sense of urgency is there. You should be fired up, and I expect a better drive this time.
Here's the football resting at the 43.
Second and 13.
Amari Cooper has the catch.
Third down after the catch. Murray's in the backfield. Single back set. Tosses the football. And he's tackled, but not until he picked up the first down. He's averaging about 4 yards a carry.
They come to the line at the 28.
They bring in the extra tight end. First down and 10. Murray's got it on the handoff. That tackle was made at the 27-yard line. 2 minutes to go before this one's in the books. Second and 9 coming up.
The defensive line, they're shifting. They're getting into a spread look. I think they think this is going to be a pass.
And he's tackled down after picking up the first.
Well, if you guard the tight end close, sometimes that doesn't matter. They're so big and they got long arms, they can still make the catch. Quarterbacks give them a chance. They get it done. Look at the signals. The D-line.
Ball is out. Tackles made.
What a lucky break this time. They fumble, but they recover it and maintain possession.
NFL teams, the offense, every single day they work with anybody that's going to handle the football. How to hold it, he didn't do a good job that time. That's why he fumbles.
Gains 18.
Nice job that time by the offense getting the first down inside the red zone. And it's a good thing they got a quarterback with a strong arm because you got to throw into some tight spots in the red zone.
The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage. First down here after the completion. Toss to the outside. Darius in on the tackle.
Jim, that's just playing it by the book. You got the lead, and you want to keep the clock moving, so what do? You run the football. When you're in the huddle as a quarterback in this type of situation, you just tell everybody two things. Stay in bounds and put two hands on the football.
Murray's takes it across. It is a touchdown.
Well, that touchdown just put the icing on the cake, Jim, whatever you want to say, because now the lead's too big, not enough time for the other team to come back. Great job by the offense.
The Raiders for the point after. Driving extra point is good. The Jaguars are back deep, ready to return the kickoff. And the tackle's made right around the 26-yard line. The Jaguars take the field on offense. They have been manhandled here throughout today, Phil. And what can they take out of these last few minutes that could be positive for them?
Well, Jim, in a situation like this, there's really nothing you can do now that's going to make you feel better or give you something to carry over into next week. So don't be looking for it. Try to end the game and just know today the team on the other side beat you up and they were the better team.
It's intercepted. He's got a little bit of daylight here. No one. And in for the touchdown.
Well, the quarterback, he could not see the defender. The defender in the right spot makes the catch and takes it back for a touchdown.
The point after is good. The Jags are ready to return the kick. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. The Jaguars offense comes back onto the field, and there's nothing they can do to pull out victory here. Just a snap or two, and then it's on to the locker room to explain this loss, Bill.
Yeah, listen, today was not their day. The other team was just better. Give some credit to the defense, but the offense was not sharp, and I don't think the game plan coming into today's game was the one they needed to try and run.
Steve Johnson hauls it in.
Well, that'll make you feel a little better. Finally getting a first down. You're down big in the second half, and you're on the offensive side. Don't look for the quick score. Just look to pick up positive yards and hope it leads you to a score later.
Pass is intercepted. They bring him to the turf. What a horrible time to throw the interception. But hats off to the defense here, Phil. They come up with the stop, the play, the takeaway at just the right time.
Yeah, listen, I give the defense all the credit in a situation like this. They took advantage of a quarterback who they knew was going to have to take a chance, and they were ready to pounce on it.
One more play, and it's in the books. Takes a knee. Excitement on one side, disappointment on the other. Only